We were both living in a small town called Viquel up in Mendocino County, and I had just returned home from college, and so it was traditional that the night before Thanksgiving, everybody went out to a bar, and it was a total dive bar. Yeah, right before Thanksgiving, and it was called the Forest Club, and that's where I met Scott.
She was kind of a legend in her
What?
parts there, like this. You were sort of a legend in your small town. I'd heard of this girl, but how many Viquel Locatellis are there, right? There's not too many Viquel Locatellis. So people would talk, oh yeah, she's beautiful, blah, 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 all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, cool. And then all of a sudden, I meet this girl. I'm like, who is that? I'm like, oh, that's Viquel Locatellis. I'm like, that's the girl everybody was talking about.
Nobody talked about me. You're making it up.
No, this is true. But I was kind of like I said, everybody comes back from high school or whatever, and I was renting a room at a buddy's house, and they all went out, so all right, I'll go again. And we probably talked for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, so that was our first meeting.
That was it, we probably talked 10 minutes. But the rest of the night, I was like, oh my God, I gotta figure out how to get to know her. Yeah. And so...
Come to find out that a few months later, we were working in the same place. I was running hospitality stuff, and he was the winemaker.
Yeah,
so.
well, one of the winemakers there.
Yeah.
And so I would go for lunch, and I show up one day, and there she is. And so then I got to the point where I was like, man, this girl's going to leave, and I'm going to have missed this window. So I asked her to just go for a hike on a Saturday, and we literally have been together like every day since.
So 15 Banshee, 15 Akasha, and a 14 Sundari. I think the 14 vintage is pretty tight still. Mm-hmm. So I probably hit the 15 vintage. I'm going to say I'd open the 15 Banshee.
Yeah.
I'd give the Akasha a little bit more time and the Sundari a little bit more time.
Yeah. I agree. I think like Viquel said, spot on. The 14 vintage is still a pretty tight vintage. Compared to the speaking of the two, the 15's a little showier. The Banshee from 15 is beautiful. We had one of those not too long ago, and it's really getting good already. The 15 Akasha
it's really good too right now.
Is like crazy good. Right? It's in the it's in the lineup. I guess it's probably potentially a candidate for one of the best ones we've made. Right? As it goes down, I think the 2010 Akasha, the 15 Akasha, they're really in that potential, for being pretty special for the long term. So if you have a couple of bottles of those, maybe get a sneak peek into what it's doing. But I'd probably give that thing, 3 or 4 more years, and it's really going to be singing. It'll be probably in line with the time.
I mean, but if you opened it now, you would
not.
It's
great. Yeah.
Yeah, you would not be disappointed. But out of those 3, I would definitely choose the 15 Banshee. Then if you can hold on, I mean, what about the 14 vintage? What are you thinking? The 14 Sundari maybe in another year? I mean, if you decanted it.
Yeah, give it a little bit more time.
Yeah.
The funny thing is when these things, we'll be visiting, we'll be tasting these wines. We're like, okay, the 14s are so tight, 14s are so tight. And then one day we taste them, and all of a sudden you're like, wow, here they go. Yeah. So you're going to see this probably in the next year or 2. I'd say the 14s are going to just all of a sudden come together and start singing. These wines are going to be really, really nice. They're going to go for another 5 or 7 years after that, but they're really going to have kind of crossed that whatever that layer of where things were kind of angular and disjointed, and all of a sudden the whole thing comes together and these secondary notes start to show, and it really gets pretty. Right. But we came back, we tried the 2010 Sundari not too long ago, and that thing was beautiful. Yeah. So, I mean, we hate to sell wines that need 10 years. That's not the game plan, right? The idea is that the wines are really impressive whenever you drink them. But if you are in a position where you've got a couple bottles and you can visit them over time, it's really fun to see them evolve, because they're only going to get better for upwards of 10 plus years. We don't know beyond that. We'll see how they go.
Yeah.